So good morning and welcome back to the channel and welcome to the gear bunker here. And as it says on the tin, we're in the gear bunker and we're packing for Iceland. So I've got a trip to Iceland coming up. But before that, I thought we'd just have a little bit of a channel update and let you know what's been going on and why you haven't seen any videos recently. So this trip in Iceland, where did this spring from? Valentine's Day. The missus gave me a present and said, Happy Valentine's Day. Now, I am 50 this year, so getting on a bit this year. So she wanted to do a little treat for us from her birthday. She gave me this present, and as usual, typical bloke, I said, I thought we weren't doing presents this year. So she says, no, I need you to have this present. You need to open it because it's where we're going on your birthday. So she hands me this little present, and I can feel it's a book, and I open it up, and that's inside. Now, if anyone who knows me knows that I cannot stand cities, they really give me anxiety. It's just, I can't deal with it. Just cannot deal with cities. Too much hustle and bustle. Just give me the trees or the mountains any day. So this came out of the parcel and I literally just went, I am not going, kicked off. And then she hands me another parcel, went, no, this is where we're going. So I unwrapped it. Inside there's a book for Iceland. She says, we've booked a campervan holiday in Iceland. So we've got, I think it's 6 days in Iceland. So I was over the moon about it, and you know, Iceland is an absolute mecca for a fly fisherman. So I was like, oh, I can fish this, I can fish that, and she didn't look too impressed with that. So we've come to an arrangement, and we've put together an itinerary. And I just want to say a massive thank you to the significant other for organising this. You know, she does put up with a lot, all of this gear and everything laying around, parcels coming in, me disappearing for days on end. So massive thank you for organising this for us. So this video is all about what I'm going to take with me for this campervan trip in Iceland. So we're flying out from Heathrow, so we're going to drive down to Heathrow. We've got a good luggage allowance, so we've got 23 kilos plus a carry-on and obviously hand luggage as well. So there's loads and loads of space, but obviously it's weight dependent. Obviously I want to take fishing gear, I want to take my filming gear and loads of other bits of outdoor equipment. So I had to narrow it all down really just to fit into this bag. So I'm going to open up the flight case here and let's just go through what I'm going to take with me for this campervan trip in Iceland. So bag wise, I'm taking my good old faithful Fjörn 100 litre flight bag. This is a really good bag. It's absolutely durable as you like. It's got wheels on the bottom, it's got a handle on the top here, and I can fit pretty much everything I need into that for any type of excursion that I'm doing, whether it's pack rafting or a trip like what we're doing here today. So let's open this up and let's take a look at what's inside the bag. So first up is our hiking poles. So we've got 2 pairs of hiking poles here. Obviously these are the telescopic ones. They're quite lightweight, they're very cheap, these are made by Carrymore. I've had these years and they're absolutely brilliant. We're going to be doing plenty of walking, so we want to take some hiking poles with us. Next up is my out-task light. So obviously I'm going to be doing a bit of filming, so I want some light when I'm in the side of the camper van as well, and obviously light for the evening as well. This one you can use as an emergency power bank as well. It's a brilliant little gadget. You've probably seen these on a few videos. Press the bottom there, the feet come out there. It's extendable on the top there, so it's quite a big light, and then the top part can rotate all the way around, so it gives a really good light to it as well. So that's the second piece of kit that we're taking. So that is the out-task lamp. So next up is a bag of food. So inside of here I've got a few freeze-dried meals and a few other random bits and bobs inside of here. Monica's got the rest of the food in her bag there. So we've just got in there some salt and pepper, a can of the good old faithful, you can't go anywhere without a can of specially prepared American meat, can you there? Bag of coffee, and there's loads of coffee pouches inside of here, and I've got those whatchamacallits that we made up a couple of weeks ago, the porridge oats that we made up, the video that we made on how to make those, and then a load of other random bits and bobs, loads of bags of jerky there, and a load of other bits and bobs inside of there. So that is literally just to limit how much we're going to be spending on food whilst we're out there. And then next up I've got my waterproof. So that's the Fjörn Skuld. So that's a packable waterproof jacket and a pair of Fjörn waterproof pants. Obviously Iceland, you know what the weather's going to be like. It's going to be absolutely dreadful. I'm pretty much planning for it to be pretty much dreadful for the whole duration. So a load of waterproof gear I've got with me. So the camper van that we've hired doesn't come with any sleeping gear. Basically you've got your mattress there and that's your lot really. So we're taking our sleeping bag. So that is a 4-season down Fjörn sleeping bag that I'm taking with me. Right, next. So you can't go to Iceland without visiting the hot springs. So I've got my swimming kit, my towel inside of there. And then a selection of power banks. So this is the Nightcore Summit 20,000. So this is used down to -40. It's an insulated power bank. It's also in a nice insulated pocket as well. And then we've just got the lightweight one there that weighs literally next to nothing as well. Now, while we're talking about power, I did plan to take this little power pack with me by All Powers. So it weighs about 3.7 kilos, and this was going to be perfect. Obviously I can plug the drone charger straight into this, and I thought this would be absolutely brilliant to take with me. But looking at the guidelines or the things on the BA website there, you can't take anything over 100 watts, and where this is like 300 watts, this one is. So it's a no-go for taking this battery pack, which would have worked really, really well alongside the All Powers solar charger here. So this solar charger here is an absolute brilliant piece of kit. So this opens up to an absolute massive 100-watt solar panel, this does, which is absolutely perfect for a little trip like this, especially in the evenings when you finish. You can just lay this out. As you can see, it's absolutely huge, this thing is. 100-watt solar panel there, and it's fairly packable, as you can see as well. So utilizing that alongside with this would have been perfect to keep this all topped up and to keep the drone batteries all charged up. But obviously not being able to take that, I'm just going to have to charge the drone batteries off the power packs, which take a little bit longer to do, but still, you'll just have to manage the power on the drone. Right, we're getting deeper into the bag now. So fishing gear for this trip. So before we talk about the actual gear that I'm taking, let's just talk about the fishing gear. If you want to take your own fishing gear, before you bring it into Iceland, it needs to be disinfected by a veterinarian. So what I've managed to find in the UK is this is all going down to the vets prior to us going for the cost of a consultation. So here it's about 65 quid, and then they're going to stamp a piece of paper to show that it's been disinfected. Now I've brought all of the disinfecting equipment myself, I've disinfected it, and then the vet's just going to have a look at the product that I've used and then stamp the piece of paper. You have to download the form off a website, and I'll stick a link to that in the description there. It also tells you what disinfectant to use. So I've got the Virkon S, and it's basically just mixed it up in a spray bottle. I've sprayed all of my kit down, and then all of this is then going over to the vets next week, and then that will get stamped to show that it's been disinfected. Right, so over to the gear. So I'm taking my little Yonapax fly gear there as well. So I've got all of my stuff here. Like I say, this has all been disinfected. So I've got a variation of tippet on side of there. And then inside there, I've done a bit of research on flies to take. So I have basically just inside of my fly box there, I've literally put all of the flies inside of there, which everyone has recommended that we take. Now, obviously, using the old faithful X5 Adventure by Rigged and Ready, I was going to take another fly rod, but I decided to take just this one as well, because this one can be used as a fly rod, and also obviously you can use it with a fixed ball as well. So I've got this to be used as the fly rod and also with a lure as well. So the lures are all kept in this tiny little Western pouch here. Now these are brilliant little kits for travel fishing. So as you can see inside of there, I've got a whole variation of lures inside of there, spinners, and then a spare load of flies on the top there, and that will do me for the whole of the trip there. Like I say, I'm not specifically fishing in Cyprus, in Iceland, but you know, we're going to be doing a bit, but definitely there's some amazing fish to be caught, and I do want to actually finally get round to catching an Arctic char. Now, fishing in Iceland, you basically, it's very much like it is here in the UK. All of the rivers, they all have their own beats, and you pay to fish the rivers there. There's no realistically any free river beats in Iceland, but you can buy a card. It's about 70 euros, and that will give you the ability to fish all the different lakes around Iceland, or plenty of the lakes around Iceland. And it also sort of transpires that a lot of the campsites are on these lakes as well. So for the sake of 70 euros, I've got myself, you know, we can park up, I can disappear, do a bit of fishing, and hopefully bag one of those absolutely beautiful Arctic char to finally put on my list of fish that I've caught. So to me, the X5 Adventure by Rigged and Ready is the best travel fishing rod if you want to do a fixed spool and you want to do fly fishing as well. It comes with a fixed spool and with a fly reel inside of there. It's got a multitude of different tips inside of there as well for all your different styles of fishing. It's just a brilliant all-round travel rod, it really is. Now, like I said before, I was going to take a fly rod with me as well, but I'm going to just use this one there. It works as a fly rod. It's not the best fly rod, let's say, you know, to be perfectly honest, it's not the best, but it does work, and that's the main thing. So the way the X5 Adventure works is you basically have got your sections here that you just put in and screw that in there, and then you'd put your fixed spool into there. And if you want to use this as a fly rod, you basically just take out the butt section of this rod. Your tip goes into the butt section there, and then the butt goes into here, and then that is your setup for your fly rod. So inside of the pouch there, you can see you've got a little plastic tube here, and then you've got load and load of different tips inside of there. Your fly tip and a little tiny sort of like quiver tips there, and then your basic, what I call your all-round tip inside of there. And there is also a smaller tip on there just to give it a little bit more casting weight, and obviously for the bigger fish as well. So that's the X5 Adventure by Rigged and Ready. And then finally, fishing gear wise, and then I just got my little net, and then I've got a pair of trouser waders. So these are the ones that you wear with boots, these are. So obviously I'm not taking a full set of chest waders with me. I can wear these with my barefoot shoes that we're using when we go to the hot springs and things like that. So by using this sort of thing, I'm limiting all the different bits of gear that I'm taking with me. 2 sets of ice spikes. I've got my Fuel Raven poncho for when we're going to the waterfalls. And then gloves wise, I'm basically going to take a set of mitts with me, and then I've got these waterproof mitt covers that I take, and then just a smaller pair of woolen gloves as well. And then hat wise, I've got a nice woolen hat there, and then just my small little beanie that I've got. And then I'm going to take a jet boil with me. Now, the Campervan does come with its own cooker, but it is one of those, you know, the typical sort of Chinese cookers there. But it's only one hob inside of it, and this obviously, you know, we can brew a coffee, we can make 2 things at once, and obviously we can use this when we're out on day trips as well. Now just remember, when it comes to taking things like this out, you can't take your gas out with you as well, so you need to buy your gas once you get in there. So any of the shops that we visit to buy kit off, I'll stick a link to them in the description below. So this one inside of here, so this has got another little pot stand inside of it as well, and then it also has the little coffee filter as well. So obviously we can brew a coffee up with this. We can use this to cook something else on top of as well, and obviously use it when we're out for the day. So that's the little jet boil there as well. Right, and then I think that is roughly about it. So a couple of other little bits there. Midge net, not so sure whether I'm going to need that, but I'm going to take it with me anyway. 2 little possibles pouches inside of here. So inside of this one, I believe we have got a headlamp, some spare batteries, some paracord, a little compass, so a few random items inside of that one. And then inside of this one here, so this is my wash kit. So I've got, these are the ones that I use when I'm hiking, but I thought I'd take these with me as well. So I've got inside of there some mosquito repellent, Vaseline, some earplugs because she snores, an eye mask, and then there is a little first aid kit there as well, and some mosquito repellent as well. And then inside, right at the bottom, I've also got my multi-tool inside of there as well. And then I've got my Nalgene as well, so this is coming as well. Right, let's get all of this back in the bag, and then we'll have a look at the hand luggage. And then for hand luggage, I'm using the ADC by 6 Moons design. So this is a 42-litre bag, this is, and it is absolutely perfect. It's so well designed. It's designed for the traveller. It packs down inside of it. You'll see, I'll show you inside in a second, but it packs down so well inside of it, and it's got a really nice harness on it as well. So it's absolutely perfect to be heading out on a plane for a short break or something like that. We can pack all of your clothes, and you can also use it really as a comfortable bag for hiking and things as well. So let's just have a look at what's inside of the ADC. So first of all, on the front, you've got this mesh pocket on the front, which is brilliant for your jackets, you know, your waterproofs and things like that. So inside of that, I've just got my down jacket stuffed inside of there, and then in the front of the bag you've got a pocket inside of here. It's quite a small little pocket, so you can stick all of your documents and things like that inside of there. Opening the next one, so this is a full length pocket. This is inside of there, so you've got a smaller little pouch in the top there to stick a few bits. You've got all of these little tiny pockets inside of there, you know, for your battery packs, your phone and things like that. I've got my diving certificates that we'll need a little bit later on. Right, so inside of the filming pouch, I've got my mics inside of that little pouch there. I've got my charger and my batteries for my GoPro. So my GoPro is just sitting in the side there as well. I've got my Insta360 X3, which is the majority of what I'll be filming off there as well. So that is also the charger and spare batteries for that as well. Got a tiny little tripod for filming inside of the van. Got my cables here to charge all of my devices. So I've got my little credit card holder for my SD cards. Got my selfie stick for my Insta360, and then finally I've just got a little Wi-Fi dongle that I'm going to just put in the van. Now you can pay extra to have these put into the vans there, but as we've got this one at home, then why pay for something when I've got one at home? And then the only other thing is my dive computer. So I don't know whether you know, but before moving back to the UK, I used to live out in Cyprus and used to teach scuba diving for a living. So I'm looking forward to doing a bit of diving on holiday as well, between two tectonic plates. So really looking forward to that. Pair of binoculars. Further down inside of there, I've got my drone and my drone controller. I won't pull that out as yet. And then opening up the main compartment. So the main compartment, this will open up the whole bag like so. And then as you can see, you can pack tons and tons of gear inside of this. So I've got a pair of shoes just for the evening. I've got my other barefoots that I've got inside of there that I'll use when I'm fishing and also when we're in the hot springs. And then inside of this pouch, you've got these little tiny compression straps that you can attach to the bag if you're not carrying as much gear as what I am. So if you close the bag, you've got these little tiny loops all the way around the bag there, and basically you can attach your compression loops onto this, so that will literally just compress the bag down if you're not carrying as much gear as what I'm carrying. So this is the ADC, and it's absolutely brilliant bag. It really is an absolute fantastic bag for traveling. Like I say, even if you're just out visiting the family, going on a short break, you know, you can get all of your clothes inside of that, and actually carry on luggage as well. And plus you can use it as a pretty decent hiking rucksack as well. So there we go. So that is my gear loadout for Iceland next week. So if there's anything that you think I shouldn't be taking or anything that I should be taking, please do let me know in the comments below there. Thank you for watching this short little video. Please do subscribe to the channel so you can see all of the adventures that we get up to in Iceland, and hopefully that Arctic char that I'm finally going to be put on the bank there. So thank you for watching. My name is Martin. I'm into my hiking, my fishing, my traveling, my bushcraft, my pack rafting, just generally being outdoors. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time on the next one. So there we go. That is most of the gear I'm taking out to Iceland with me. So please, in the comments, do let me know if there's things that I don't need to take or things that I should be taking with me as well. Please do let me know what you think I should be taking as well. So really looking forward to this little trip. It's going to be nice for me and the wife just to get out there and do the whole Icelandic thing, and a little bit of, well, a lot of fishing. She doesn't know that yet. But getting out there, and hopefully I'm going to be putting one of those Arctic char on the bank. I really hope that I can. So really looking forward to it. So plenty of other things happening this year. Like I said, I'm moving the reviews off the YouTube channel, so they're going to be literally just on Instagram and on TikTok. There will be a few other reviews of pack rafts and things like that I'll do specific videos on the channel, but all of the other little gear reviews, you'll only find them on Instagram. So please don't forget to follow us on Instagram and TikTok. So for the rest of the year, what else is happening? So we've got a trip going back out to Gosgorgen, just me and my youngest son. We're going to be taking out the Amphibio Omega C2 and paddling that around Stora Glor. So we've got about four days, I think it is, just paddling around that absolutely huge lake there. I've never actually been on it before, but really looking forward to doing that. Then I've got a trip back out into Poland in June. And then July is Lapland, so I'm going to be heading out with, I'm guiding a group from the ambulance service out into Lapland, so it's going to be really nice to get back out there and also introduce these people to long distance hiking as well. So there might be some sore feet and blisters on that one as well, so please do have a look out for that one. So thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing to the channel there. If you're new to the channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you next time on the next one.